Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. CCX here. Welcome to the it's not really the finale. I'm lying. Anyways, welcome to the next episode. The next episode. Welcome. God, crap. Anyways, welcome to more Grandia. In the last episode, we end up defeating the last Gaia battler and end up showing Mullen our true power, of that we were given the faith in hand by the spirits. And then Fina managed to take us to where Gaia is located. And now we're inside Gaia, and we're going to go ahead and take out Gaia. We took out one of Gaia's people, and now we're going to continue. By the way, I can't unsee that, but I'm just going to ignore it, and I'm just going to continue on forward. In fact, a friend of mine will know what I'm probably thinking. And she's probably facepalming right now. And you want to know something? I don't care. You can facepalm as much as you want. You know I'm going to make that joke. Or something, I guess. I don't know. Now we're going to continue on in the inside, the lava portion of Gaia. Of course, he has Gaia slugs. I don't know. Gaia is, it's an enemy. It's a nice enemy. I like Gaia for the most part, but I also kind of like it when my bosses actually mean something. The final dungeon is it's not interesting. It's like very short, which sucks. Cause here's the thing. You got that one section. That other section was very, very short. And now we're about to almost exit this one section after we go through this area. But I'm going to say this now, before you do head to this, go back from there, because what happens is that thing turns the level around, and there are like two areas that you can access, but you have to be able to turn the level around to be able to actually access it. Anyways, Gaia stars and Gaia Cancer. Well, isn't that just sad? Man, whatever. Anyways, just use dragon cutting and everything. And I will be cutting back when I go back to the save point to recover myself, because like I said, we are gonna have one more boss fight before the final area of the game. And after that point, it's just straight forward towards the area where we're just trying to win. Now, like I said, I keep repeating myself. Whatever. Anyways, this final area, not that big. Not that bad. Got ambushed, but that's fine. Oh, actually, there are new enemies here. We got Gaia slugs. Wait, are they called Gaia slugs? What are they called? Ooh, they actually do some very nifty moves. And you want to know what I say about those nifty moves? Not a damn thing. Now get your dumbasses out of here. Seriously, go away. You guys are not that interesting enemies. Like, you guys get killed in like one hit by Justin's dragon cut ability. It's not even his most damaging move. All right, we won. Like, you guys are dying from the second most powerful move in the game. Well, actually, not really, because Thor cut and midair cut are his most powerful damaging moves. Dragon cut is his most best AoE damaging move. Shockwave sucks. You're not supposed to use Shockwave. In fact, you're actually not supposed to use Shockwave, period. Because for some reason, and this is the last armor in the game, the Spirit Armor. Well, it can be anybody. It can be Reps' best armor too, but of course I give it to him because Spirit Sword, Spirit Shield, Spirit Helmet, Spirit Armor. Oh yeah. Justin is straight pimping, yo. Anyways, you can relatively say that okay, well, I should more so say this. Using Justin's Dragon Cut ability actually increases his sword attack a lot better than Shockwave does. In fact, if we actually see it right now, his sword should be at 80, and I think that is it. Justin, my boy, I need you to stop right there, buddy. Because, to be perfectly honest, that is just disgusting. You don't need that much. By the way, in the PSP run of the game, it was not on 80. It was really not on 80. I never gotten this ability at 80. I mean, his sword ability at 80. That's disgusting. So, the fact that, oh, the Spirit Charm, and we got back and back again. God damn it. Ugh, whatever. Anyways, these are actually new enemies. These are called Gaia aliens. And they kind of do look like the alien type enemies. That's kind of funny. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. You guys are funny. You guys are so cute. Now you die because I said so. Because, yeah. Also, you realize that Justin's like the only person who seems to be getting priorities. Yeah, he doesn't get priorities on bosses. He only gets priorities on monsters. But yeah, Dragon Cut levels up your ability much better than any of the other abilities. I mean, look at that. 16, 16, 32. And if you're using Dragon Cut with the astral amulet thing, it literally increases it to one. You get 128. That's an automatic sword upgrade. Anyways, I guess we should equip this because I actually did not take this with me. 20 defense to all and 2+ to all magic resistance. Nah, I kind of don't want that. I'm gonna give that to Fina because Fina is already good to go in terms of her magic already. Because, in all honesty, she's not gonna. I'm going to be killing the final boss with heaven and not heaven and earth cut. I'm going to try to finish off the boss the way how I finished it off in my PSP run. Because the way how I finished it off is I used Heaven and Earth Cut. And the final attack was, well, I don't know. I'm kind of debating what I want the final attack to be. Do I want the final attack to be Heaven and Earth Cut? Or do I want the final attack to be Fina's End of the World? I kind of always like doing it with End of the World because of how quiet the game gets. Compared to compared to Heaven and Earth Cut, but I don't know. Justin's the main character, and it is technically Fina's enemy too. So I don't know, I'm debating on it. Anyways, I'm actually going to cut back to the save point, recover myself, and I will be back here. So BRB, folks. Okay, and we're now back. All right. So there's the last area we need to get to. And yes, I know. We still didn't kill all the monsters, but that doesn't really matter now, does it? I mean, we have enough MP to go ahead and suffice to be able to actually kill everything in sight. I mean, come on, guys. What do you guys think I am, right? But man, I gotta say, I'm actually kind of sad that we're literally almost done with this game. I mean, at first I was really hesitant. I would also like to thank my friend who essentially ended up saying, hey, you should do this game because you barely see any LPs of the game. And, you know, you seem to technically know a lot about the game more. And, like, yeah, I mean, if you've seen the LP, man, it does not look like I know a lot about the game. All I know is that I know the story for the most part, but god damn, you can't... Well, to be fair, I'm more so better at actually explaining game mechanics when I don't have to do them on screen. If I'm off screen, I can explain them a little bit better. Because whenever I'm off camera, I kind of talk a little bit better about the game when I'm off camera than I am on camera. I don't know why. It's stupid. I know I probably should translate that into the LP, but most of the part, it never really translates well for me because I always stumble on my words. It's kind of like saying you need a script to actually do an LP. And to be honest, if you need a script to do an LP, then I don't know, you kind of doing it wrong. I mean, you need a script if you're trying to have like a certain way of progression, yes. But if you're needing a script for something else, then well, yeah, you're technically quote unquote not really playing the game a way that you want to. You're playing the game how either a guide tells you how, or how you know, you don't have the thoughts for yourself is the thing. And man, these Gaia enemies are disgustingly. Yeah, disgustingly. They're both disgusting and ugly at the same time. Ah, man, I wish that these enemies were a bit stronger. Anyways, we have one final recolored enemy in the game, and man, he's a boss that we haven't fought since Disc 1. Say hello to the Gaia Machine, or the Massacre Machine. And this is the final time you get to hear boss battle number 2, which is by far my favorite theme in the game. Approaching Crisis is my second, but I like this theme better. Anyways, Massacre Machine ends up doing the same thing as he did the first time you fought him. His parts are equal, so you don't really have to worry about which part you're hitting. Just be sure to remember that, you know, you just have to remember to hit every part of him because he kind of has the tendency of being annoying. He will cast gravity, which essentially ends up causing, I think, your movement to go down, which is actually kind of pointless if he does it to rep. He does have his massive annoying football tackle, because why not? And that's really it. He doesn't really have any other annoying moves. It actually more so sucks too, because I managed to still not get freaking the final move, Tree of Life. But to be honest, I never really need that move. I never really need Tree of Life. I don't think any playthrough I ever actually used Tree of Life. Whatever. But like I said, if you guys want to try to get Fina's time stop ability, after you've beaten the Tower of Temptation, just keep casting spells in Lizette Mountain and you'll eventually get the move. I'm just gonna say this now, you're going to be here forever. In fact, I have seen one LP where everybody was on 99. And, you know, it's doable because of the fact that there is a way, there is a type of enemies that in the Tower of Temptation that does give you a crap load of experience. I'm just gonna say this now, you don't need to be 99 for this game. If you need to be 99 to be able to beat this game, that's a bit much, to be honest. That is literally a bit much. You do not need to be at level 99 to even warrant the risk of trying to beat this game properly. Trust me, it's not really that hard of a game. Even though I say that, but I end up like well, to be fair, the only thing that's probably like a little bit of a max level is probably the spells, but the spells even take forever to max out. Weapons don't, but spells, yes. This is Gadzap. I haven't really gotten to introduce Gadzap, and it's not really all that powerful, as you can see here. But it does the job good, and that's all I care about, you know, because that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, once we've killed this boss, we're technically straight forward to the final area of the game. I mean, the final zone, area, boss, guy, thing. We're almost done. That's all I'm trying to say. Wow, you have a crap ton of health. Huh. Oh no. You have a crap ton of health. Well, then again, I didn't utilize the strategy that I always do with every single boss, which I'm gonna be utilizing that strategy when we fight the final boss. I haven't used Symphony yet, so that's probably the reason as to why you're probably still alive. Either that, or I'm just really, really sucking. Yeah, it's probably the latter. I'm probably just sucking. Anyways, let's fix that. Thunderclap! Booyah! There we go. See, you canceled. I love it when you cancel, because me, I don't have to deal with you. Oh, you're gonna attack? Well, that's too bad. Ugh. That's a very nice looking model. And now you cancel. Again. Gravity. That's your final ability. Well, whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat, dude. I'm gonna say this now. You're already dead. Like, seriously, you're dead.
Here we go.
Goodbye. Boom. Ah, come on, Liete. Come on. Come on. Anyways, goodbye, Massacre Machine Recolor. And then again, to be honest, the Massacre Machine Recolor kind of looks a little bit better than the original Recolor. I actually don't know what his other moves are, besides Killer Tackle and Gravity, which is actually pretty interesting because his other form used fire and earth. No, actually no, used fire and wind. So it's kind of odd that this one uses earth instead, but whatever. Anyways, once you've defeated that guy, you just examine these weird little tentacle things to open this door, and now you're in the final segment of the area. And at this point, I was gonna just be silent, but you wanna know something? I'm just gonna give my final thoughts on the game, because the rest of the cutscenes are basically talking and credits, and I don't feel like talking over them. Grandia as a video game in itself, it's a very underrated RPG game. It ends up sporting a lot of game mechanics that most ATB type borrowed games will also utilize for the most part. It's a memorable game, and I end up saying this off screen for the most part, is that I find that Grandia 2 and onwards is that the artistic for those games is a bit meh in my opinion. Like, I like Grandia's 1's artistic design. I like the colorfulness that it brings out to make the characters pop inside the backgrounds of the area. In Grandia 2 and onwards, they don't really translate well with the art style. Maybe it's because, as I said, they kind of lose something when they go into 3D. And, you know, for me, it just feels like they didn't really try to make it like the Grandia experience. Like, maybe Grandia 2 probably has some sort of colorful design, but in all actuality, it's a hit or miss. Some areas are colorful. Grandia Extreme tries to bring back the colorful artistic design, even in the 3D game. But even that, you know, that has like its issues and stuff. But it sort of tries to bring, at least tries to. And I implore that. In fact, my other problem with Grandia 2, with Grandia Extreme, and I know it's a sequel and everything, but none of the characters appear in Grandia Extreme. Because the way how Grandia Extreme's mechanics is that you technically have one character, and that one character is traversing through the dungeon. All your other characters are basically meld into you. So it's basically like a glorified Final Fantasy VII game. In fact, the reviewers for the Saturn version of this game actually said that this game is a little bit more kind of like needs the praise like Final Fantasy VII. And yeah, I agree with it. It's really good. Because if it's not Final Fantasy VII people are talking about, Grandia is what some people are talking about too. Like, when I played Grandia for the first time on my PS1, I was shocked by the game. I liked the music. The game frustrated the hell out of me to high end. But for some reason, I did enjoy what I was playing. I didn't understand what I was playing, but I did enjoy how the battle system was. Even with moments of times when the game actually frustrated me, it made me remember that these are technically the RPGs that we really like grew up on and we end up like enjoying to the fullest. Like how people end up liking Persona 2 and Persona 1, even though Persona 1 and 2 ends up having like a different gameplay than how 3, 4, 5 does. Like, it's kind of like that. Like, as long as you, like with the Persona series, they kept to the charm of the characters and kept with, you know, the wonderful character development for every single cast member in the game. Grandia does not do that. The Tales series does that wonderfully. And except for the fact that, I won't lie, in Tale of Excelia, the game doesn't really look all that colorful compared to Symphonia. And hell, it definitely doesn't look as colorful than in Vesperia, which sucks, but whatever. I still want that. I want my Vesperia, damn it. I love how that opening really makes me love the characters so much to a point that I really despise every other game after that. Yeah, as I stated before, Vesperia is literally the Final Fantasy VII of the Tales series, and I don't give a damn. I love Tales of Vesperia. You guys can maybe say that, oh, but the other Tales games end up doing loads better. Yeah, that's great. But you want to know something? I can actually remember some songs in Tales of Vesperia. I can't remember jack crap for the other Tales games. I only remember a few songs in the other Tales games. I remember a few songs in Grace. I remember, okay. This is, and I end up saying this on Twitter at one point, where I said that I always noticed that the soundtracks for the Tales games started to lose its fluster and remembrance once we started going to the later games. I don't know what it is, but I prefer the composers for Tales Symphonia and Vesperia and probably Abyss and Grace. But in friggin' Exilia, or, you know, Exilia 2, or what you call it, they lose that translation and ignore that sound effect that is now happening outside. I'm glad I'm actually about to end this episode because holy crap, this is very terrible. I'm gonna have to actually speak a little bit louder so I can actually block out that sound effect that is happening outside. I cannot stop it. I apologize. But anyways, yeah, it's like it loses its translation. But anyways, I'm going off of a very huge ass tangent. Tales, I'll go into more detail with the Tales series in a bit later when I eventually probably play the game, which, you know, I will, because I mean I have the collection with me in the for the PS3, so I'm gonna play it. Of course I'm gonna play it. What's wrong with you guys? I'm gonna play Tales Symphonia and I'm gonna play Dawn of a New World. Yeah, you know, Dawn of a New Anus. I call it Dawn of a New Anus because that's exactly what it is. Nobody likes that game, and neither do I. Because when I played it, I was like, oh my god, this game sucks. I mean, I would admit, at first when I did play the game, I did like the romance between Emil and Marta, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. Then I replay the game again, and I'm like, oh my god, shut up. It's like, you are the most annoying female in the Tales series I ever heard of my life. And I thought Colette was bad with her lying shenanigans. But no, you have by far exceeded Colette's annoyance. Ugh, you're so terrible. That's why nobody remembers you. Except for you being a bad character. Even your ending sucks. I mean, you can have there's 3 multiple endings, and half of the time the endings don't even make any sense. It's like, oh, you get zapped by lightning 3 friggin' times. You can't, the person gets crystal before you, and I'm like scratching my head like, what? Like, what kind of logic is that? Huh? That's a stupid logic, you know that, right? I know, it's awesome. Whatever. Anyways, I'm still going off of a huge ass tangent again. Would I recommend Grandia to everybody? I would. I would recommend it as being your first, and if you like what you played, then I guess give the sequels a try. Give 2 a try. Give Extreme a try if you like dungeon crawling video games like Evolution or Digimon. I want to say Digimon World Adventure 2 or Adventure 3. There was one Digimon game that was like Evolution. I forgot which Digimon game it was, but it's almost a little bit like that too. So like I said, if you like dungeon progression dungeon crawling elements with Grandia style battle mechanics, which mind you, they also changed the battle mechanics for that too, of how mana eggs are utilized in that game. They have like mana egg fusions and whatever, and it's kind of like, what? And then I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right, guys, all right, you guys can stop being different now. But I mean, no, some people like that mechanic. I mean, I don't know how to feel about that mechanic. That mechanic is whatever, I guess. But yeah, if you like what you played, then play it. Don't make me, as I will always say in my vlogs, I'm just a guy on the internet that just gives his own opinion, so you don't have to listen to me. It's essentially what it is. But yeah. Wow, I am still going with this level. It's a good thing I'm not cutting out all these battles, because I'm being honest, if I was cutting out all these battles, it will be very, this will actually be a relatively short episode, because I didn't fight, I fought a few enemies, and in this area, we're technically already just fighting, like, enemies after enemies, and the reason why I'm not talking about these enemies is because who cares? Just follow the path that I'm going through, and you'll eventually get to the, area. In fact, we're actually at the area right now. You gotta go and unlock these Triforce. These are not Triforce colors. One of them is not yellow. I am sadly... Wait, hold on. No, wait, they are the Triforce colors! Yay! Tri-colors! I love games that do that. Wow. Huh. It's almost like a hint to my next game. Why is this here? Anyways, touch this, touch this, touch this, run away. Because if you don't, you will have to go ahead and face enemies, and you do not want to do that. Anyways... Once you have crossed through this purple tube, and you have picked up this. This is your final save point. your final SP po- well, actually, it's not really your final SP potion. I'll go into more detail with that later. Your final recovery point, and your final. This is your final save point. And the next episode of Grandia, guys, it will be the finale of this series. I've been CCX, and I'll be seeing you guys in the conclusion of Grandia. Catch you guys next time. Laters.